Good morning YouTubians, it's Kermit's Ghost. It's Monday, it's a Blu-ray release day and it's a stunning day down here on the south coast, absolutely gorgeous. I'm heading down to Worthing because HMV in Brighton is shut for the next 4 weeks for renovations. I'm only after one title today, but I'll show you everything that does get released. I do have other titles to show you as well, and I'll explain why at the end of the video. Now, in case you don't know, a lot of YouTubers descended upon Brighton to celebrate Jamie Powell's birthday, and they all had an opportunity to sit in the captain's chair in my library and have a photo op, and I will put those pictures in now. Thank you to everybody that came down because it was lovely to see you all, every single one of you. I'll put a link down below to all their channels, and a big shout out as well to Lisa Love's channel. Unfortunately you couldn't make it, but you did a lovely video putting lots of clips together saying how much Jamie is appreciated on YouTube. You got to remember, all these people in these videos, they do this for free for your entertainment, so go and show them a little bit of love. Anyway, enough waffling. I'm going to head to HMV now and pick up the movie, and then I'll take you back, show you what I picked up, and I'll grab a coffee on the way. Not a sponsor. I'll see you all in a bit. Well, actually, before I got to that Worthing sign, I stopped at this McDonald's. I went in for the bacon roll and popped a hash brown inside as well. And of course, that all had to be washed down with an Arabica bean latte. Look at that, beautiful. This is Shoreham by Sea, by the way. It's about halfway to HMV, and it is a glorious day. Okay, at last I arrived at HMV in Worthing. The windows got two advertisements there for Plain and Magic Mike. I will be getting one of those, but which one? Anyway, over to New and Trending. I've not been in this store for a few months, so it'd be nice to have a little look around and see what they got. So, as I said, over to New and Trending for this week. Okay, first title is Plain from Lionsgate Films, starring Jared Butler. Rated a 15 certificate. Blu-ray is priced at $14.99, comes with a slipcover. DVD, a little bit cheaper at $9.99, also comes with a slipcover. And last but not least is the 4K, also with a slipcover, priced at $24.99. Magic Mike's Last Dance now from Warner Brothers. This is a comedy drama from this year, rated a 15 certificate, has a runtime of 112 minutes, stars Channing Tatum and Salma Hayek. $14.99 for the Blu-ray, $9.99 for the DVD. No 4K for this one today. Blade of the 47 Ronin next from Dazzler Media. This martial arts fantasy adventure is from last year and has a runtime of 106 minutes. The Blu-ray is priced at $14.99, whereas the DVD is priced at just $7.99. There's no 4K for this one this week, and there's no slipcover available on either format. So next is Justice League X, or is that Justice League 10? Ruby Superheroes and Huntsman Part 1 from Warner Brothers. This animated comic book release is from this year and has a runtime of 80 minutes and is priced at $11.99. Comes with a lovely slipcover. Next is a Mubai release of Holy Spider from 2022. This foreign crime drama has a runtime of 116 minutes and follows a man called Saeed as he goes on a spiritual quest. The Blu-ray is priced at $14.99, whereas the DVD is priced at $9.99. This has an 18 certificate, and both come with slipcovers. Next is Living with Chucky, a documentary put out by Lightbulb Film Distribution. This goes into depth of the Chucky films, a must-have for any fan of the franchise. Priced at $14.99, carries a 15 certificate and comes with a nice glossy slipcover. Next is the 4K release of Full Circle, The Haunting of Julia from BFI Video. This 1977 horror is rated a 15 certificate, has a runtime of 98 minutes and is yours for just $29.99. Next is the Giallo Essentials Blue Edition. This is a limited set which contains forbidden photos of a lady above suspicion, Death Walks on High Heels, and Death Walks at Midnight. This will set you back $44.99. If you have the other two sets, then I guess this will be yours soon. So next is the Criterion release of Mystery Train, a crime drama from 1989 directed by Jim Jarmusch. This has 3 stories all connected by the spirit of Elvis Presley. This is going to set you back $22.99. Okay, so next and last in HMV today is this oversized 4K digibook of All Quiet on the Western Front. This is a war film told from the perspective of a young German soldier. There is a Blu-ray included with this release, but no standalone Blu-ray release, which is odd. I won't be picking this up as a result. This is going for a whopping $34.99. Look at the size of it against Plane. That's a little bit too big. Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got a new release today. We've got 2 gifts. One is a box set, the other one is an unofficial Blu-ray, so let's crack on with it. Okay, I'm going to start off with Plane. This is an action thriller from this year starring Gerard Butler, and in this he's playing a commercial airline pilot called Brodie Torrance. He's told he's got to transport a prisoner on one of his regular flights to Honolulu. The prisoner in question is Louis Gaspari, being played by Mike Coulter, aka Luke Cage. He's been extradited to Canada on charges of murder, and while I'm at it, I'll point out he's also an ex-soldier. Now, the flight gets diverted, it hits a storm, they're forced to land on the volcanic island of Jolo in the Philippines, which is completely feasible. The remains of the crew and the passengers are met with hostility when they encounter a warlord by the name of Datu Jamar, being played by Evan Dane Taylor. He plans to keep them as hostage in hopes of a large ransom, but he hasn't taken into account Gerard Butler or Mike Coulter, who are now working as a team to get everybody safely off the island. Plus there's a rescue mission involving a private military company led by Scarsdale, being played by Tony Goldwyn. You may know him from Ghost, he was Carl Brunner in that, Swayze's not so friendly best friend. This has got a runtime 107 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So it comes with a slipcover and they both have the same image, and that image has been put onto the disc. So that was Plane. Okay, next one to show you is actually a gift from Jamie Powell. He bought me a gift on his birthday. I appreciate that, Jamie. It is Death to Smoochie, and I will point out it's an unofficial release. There is no official one on the market at the moment, but as soon as one comes in, I will swap it out. It's a black comedy from 2002, directed by Danny DeVito, and this was actually his last film that he directed, his feature film that is, which is a shame because he's bought some great feature films over the years. War of the Roses, Throw Mama from the Train, Matilda, to name just a few. And it stars Robin Williams as Randolph Smiley, aka Rainbow. He's a children's television entertainer. His on-screen persona is lovable, but in reality he's corrupt. He's actually arrested on charges of bribery, leading to his downfall from grace, and this is where Smoochie the Rhino comes in. Smoochie is Rainbow's replacement, and he's been played by Edward Norton, a great actor. Now, he's generally a nice-natured person on and off screen at first, but then Rainbow decides he's going to get rid of him no matter what it takes. It also stars Danny DeVito as Burke Bennett. He's a talent agent who is much a deviant as Rainbow is, as well as Catherine Kinnear from Captain Phillips and Get Out. And there's also the political satirist Jon Stewart in this as well. It's got a runtime 109 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So inside this unofficial release, there is an image on the disc. So that was Death to Smoochie. Okay, next and last is a box set that was kindly given to me by Big Paulie. Thank you so much, mate. You don't know how much this means to me. A link will be down below to all the channels that I've mentioned in this video, by the way. This box set was put out on the imprint label. It's the Carry On Collection Volume 1, and they range from 1958 through to 1960. 4 films inside. We're going to take a closer look at each one of them. So let's put this down and get on with it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the very first Carry On film, Carry On Sergeant from 1958, very overlooked in the franchise. Stars a brilliant comedian Bob Monkhouse as Charlie Sage. It's a newly married man who gets called up to serve in the army, actually the day after he ties the knot. Same time, you've got the hypochondriac Horace Strong, who wants nothing more than to get out of the army. He's being played by Kenneth Connor, who goes on to star in 18 Carry On films. He teams up again with Bob Monkhouse in Dentist in a Chair and Dentist on the Job. Now, alongside these, we've got firm favourites. Charles Hawtrey, he's a staple. 23 appearances in the franchise. Hatchie Jakes, who appears in 14 more. And, of course, Kenneth Williams, who's in an incredible 26 of the 31 movies. This has got a runtime of 84 minutes. Let's take a look inside. I'm not sure if you can see that with the glare, but there is an image on the reverse of the cover. And parts of the front cover image has been put onto the disc. So that was Carry On Sergeant. Okay, next film to show you out of the box set is Carry On Nurse from 1959, directed by Gerald Thomas. In case I forgot to mention, he did direct Carry On Sergeant. Actually, he directed all the Carry On films, so that is a given now, including Carry On Columbus as well. Now, alongside the regular Carry On stars mentioned in Carry On Sergeant, we see Joan Sims step up to the mark. She went on to star in 24 of the movies, and in this she's playing a novice student nurse called Stella Dawson. She's under the supervision of Hattie Jakes' character, the firm but fair matron. If you're familiar with the concept of the Carry On films, you'll know the score. If not, I'm going to say these are just comedies littered with sexual innuendos. They're a little bit of harmless fun, but some can see it dated, but I love these films. Now, alongside the regulars, we've got Leslie Phillips in this, and Bill Owen, and even Jill Ireland. And in case you don't know, she was married to Charles Bronson. There you go. This has got a runtime of 86 minutes. Let's take a look inside this one. So on the reverse of the cover, you might recognise that scene. That's when they're going to operate on a fellow patient. They're not doctors in the room, none of these. And they get overtaken by the laughing gas. It's just a little bit harmless fun, that's all. And the image on the front cover has been put onto the disc. So that was Carry On Nurse. Okay, next one to show you is Carry On Teacher from 1959. This is about an acting head teacher, Mr. William Wakefield, being played by Ted Ray. He's thinking of applying for the post of headmaster at a nearby school. However, one of the students, Robin Stevens, being played by very young Richard O'Sullivan, gets wind of this, and he tries to get the fellow students to sabotage his act, as Mr. Wakefield's very much liked by everybody at school and they don't want him to leave. And this act of sabotage is put into motion when there's an inspection taking place by the Ministry of Education, being led by Miss Wheeler, played by Rosalind Knight, who was in Carry On Nurse. She was student nurse Nightingale in this. And the movie is scored by Bruce Montgomery, who went on to score 6 of the Carry On movies, as well as the brilliant movie Twice Around the Daffodils, which was also directed by Gerald Thomas and considered one of the unofficial Carry On films. This has got a runtime of 1 hour 26 minutes. Let's take a look inside. Actually, I think I've given you the wrong runtimes on the others. I'll go back and check. So Carry On Sergeant had a runtime of 1 hour 24 minutes. Carry On Nurse 1 hour 26 minutes. Carry On Teacher 1 hour 26 minutes. And this one you'll find out in just a second. Okay, last title in the box set and the last film of the video is Carry On Constable from 1960, and as the title suggests, it is about the British Bobby, set in a small police station with Sergeant Wilkins at the helm. And this sees the introduction of Sid James to the cast of regulars. He went on to star in 18 more of the franchise, often regarded as the best of the cast members. So in this, Sergeant Wilkins is trying to run a station at a time where most of the staff are down with flu. Top of that, he sent 3 new recruits to break in. They are played by Leslie Phillips, Kenneth Connors and Kenneth Williams. They're inept at first, but they do come good in the end. Now, the picture quality on these movies are excellent, and I will mention it is brilliant to see Imprint putting these out. And there's another set due out on the 19th of July, so hopefully they'll continue and put the complete collection out in these 4 film sets. Now, this has got a runtime of 1 hour 26 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So on the reverse of the cover, we've got that lovely image there from the film. And part of the front cover image has been put onto the disc. So that was Carry On Constable. So before I sign off, we'll have a quick look at the box. It's not the sturdiest of boxes, but it is firm enough. There's the spine. There's the back. There's the top. And all the specs are on the bottom as well. Okay, again, before I go, I want to thank 3 people. First one is Carl from Kalina 9's channel for giving me a HMV voucher for no reason whatsoever. Appreciate it, mate. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. I walked plain with that today. Second one, Jamie Powell, for giving me a gift on his birthday, Death to Smoochie. Really appreciate that as well. And to Big Paulie as well for giving me the Carry On films. You don't know how much that is appreciated. I love those movies. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So that is it. Have you seen any of those or plan to pick them up or just want to leave a comment? And do so down below. I will read every single one and try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.